listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and rawcynic.com.
F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That Fresh Out.
What's up? What up? What up? What up?
Good,
What up?
man?
Hey, man, we in this thing. We in this thing with a half a chicken wing. You already know how it go. What's good with your iceberg, Slim?
Man, goody, man. Bebo P, what's going down, man?
Hey, man, just trying to live it to no end, man. Trying to make it do what it needs to, and feeling blessed, brother. How you living over there on your side, bro?
Man, I'm good, man. Again, it's Juneteenth, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not gonna get the ice cream jumping off. We ain't
you ain't getting that Wally World Juneteenth cream with
the $100, man. Again, man, shout out to all the real ones, man. All the dudes that keep the culture moving, that kept it moving.
Yeah,
this is what Juneteenth is really about, man. It's not and shout out to everybody, but it ain't no Pride Month, man. This is Juneteenth. We celebrating Black culture still.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you fell off in February, you can get on again, get on the bandwagon.
There you go.
Juneteenth is serious.
And
what's your thoughts just real quick on the Juneteenth situation, man, for people who don't understand the game, just real quick?
Man, definitely a significant holiday that we treated as such even before this administration passed it as a federal holiday. So we always treated it, Black people always treated it like some form of holiday, man, just giving some level of credence within the grassroots sector. And obviously Juneteenth, man, just y'all can do more details, but it was essentially when a celebration, man, of freedom of slavery, so to speak. But it didn't reach all areas of America, that news didn't. So I won't go too deep into it, but you guys can look more into that situation. Definitely a significant holiday for our people. Definitely don't need it to be mainstream, such as Iceberg's, soon to come Walmart Juneteenth ice cream or the Indianapolis Children's Museum's Juneteenth salad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So right. But yeah, we ready to get this thing rolling, brother. What's on the agenda for tonight?
Well, like I said, man, first of all, man, if you here for the first time or back again, man, we are Fresh Out, man. We're building a hip-hop community, man. It's not just a podcast show. It's a movement. Man, go check us out on our social media pages. You know how we get down, man. Fresh Out show. You know how it goes down, man. If you like our guys, man, and what we doing over here, hit that cash app, man. Get that moolah.
Get that moolah, baby.
Show us some love on that joint.
But like I said, man,
we're building a hip hop community over here, man. Again, you're gonna see Bebo P. You're gonna see LB the Power Father and Jay Kemp. I think Jay Kemp's gonna get on here shortly. But like I said, man, every Wednesday we're here 9:30, man, Eastern. Tap in with us, man. And we might show y'all some love this Saturday, man. We always do a little bonus maybe on the Saturday joint. So, but this is a serious show, man. We got to kind of clap back, man, at some of the quote unquote big music, mainstream situations, man. So, of course, we're gonna talk about the freshman class, man. Fart on that joint. And shout out to the youngest, man. Let's be clear, man. We ain't the old people get off our grass joints, man. But
right.
We gotta be 100 when it comes to the bars, when it comes to the music, all that. We gotta be 100. So and then we, like I said, we do it for y'all, man. So again, shout out to all the fans, man. Shout out to everybody tapping in. If you haven't already, man, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share with your friends, man. Tap in with us, man. Hit the comment section, man. You know how we do, man. And of course, man, we always showing love to Hip Hop VCR, man.
Hip Hop VCR,
the fifth member of Fresh Out, man.
There he is.
I keep mine on deck, baby. But like I said, man, you can always cop, your stickers, man, T-shirts, man. Hip Hop VCR. This is the portal where you go to see all the Vince's little videos, man. Like I said, real one, man. There's not a lot of them, man, but he's a real one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, peace to you, brother. Peace to you.
Always, man. You know how we do. Like I said, man. We got to go in, man, first with the shout outs, man. And first of all, before we get into Jay and Dame, man, shout out to 50 Grand, man. DJ Biggie. He actually laced that demo for Big. He passed away this week, man. So we just want to show condolences to him.
Okay.
and what he did to help Big get on, man. Sometimes, man, it's just unsung heroes, man, that did the groundwork, man, to build that foundation, man. The 50 grand was one of them for Big, so shout out to him.
Yeah.
And man, hold up, man. Before we go back in, man, we got that Trill Cosby, man. What's goody, man? Jay Camp's in the building. What's good?
Cosby. What's cracking, man? Same shit, different toilet.
Hey.
That is.
Man, that Trill Cosby, Jay Camp in the building. What's good this week, man?
Man, same ish, different toilet. You know how it is, man.
All day, all day.
What's good with y'all though?
Wonderful, man. We glad you're on, man. This is a Jay Camp kind of episode, so. Before we go in, though, man, we want to give a shout out to Biggie's DJ 50 Grand, man, passed away this week. And also Dame and Jay, man, for actually kind of, even though they had to go to court, man, but at least being able to figure out that NTF situation with the reasonable doubt. What's y'all's thoughts on those things real quick, man, before we go in?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a big moment. I mean, for them to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think that kind of puts that piece behind both of them, you know what I'm saying? So they able to kind of move past that. I mean, because Reasonable Doubt is a classic, you know what I'm saying? So, and they both deserve credit for the work that they put in on that, man. You know what I'm saying? Dame for his, his genius, being able to craft that, giving Jay some direction on you know what I'm saying, how to put together that too. So that's why I always said, man, Dame deserved his flowers, man. He was just as big a part of that. I mean, Jay had the bars, of course. I mean, he had the talent, but Dame had the business acumen. They both crafted that. Yeah, they both crafted that together, man. So I'm happy that they're able to put that piece of the past behind them.
Yeah, I mean,
what say you, Bebo?
I mean, I really think that, or rather, I hope that, based on the settlement that both parties came to, I hope that both parties are at least somewhat satisfied from the outcome of this verdict, or rather the settlement, I should say.
By saying verdict.
Yeah.
You're guilty.
Yeah. My bad. So yeah, I just hope that both sides are just like, amicable even to this day, now that it's apparently settled. Of course, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. We won't know the actual factuals.
We'll never know that.
Right.
And you knew they was trying to give Dame that bag, like, just shut up, man, and let us get that other third so we can get busy.
And that's really none of our business, you know what I'm saying, what went behind closed doors. I'm just glad, like you said, Bebo, that it's deaded. You know what I'm saying? That piece of it. But go ahead, man. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I mean, that was pretty much the end of my spiel. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rockefeller, or rather the rock side of things / Jay and that side. And shout out to Dame
Rock and then fella.
Rock.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shout
I'm
out
happy
to
for them
parties.
too, man, because, like, again, man, these are iconic dudes, man. We want them to be, even if they're not working together, man, just be able to maybe do some business every now and then, sign some paperwork over here. Like Jay Camp said, it ain't our business, but this is fans and growing up watching these black men do their thing, man. We always want to make sure that, and even on our level, man, on a small level, man, you're always going to have disagreements with your brothers, but at the end of the day, we black fellas, man, and we run the culture. Let's be clear, and we keep it moving. If we the men, we keep it moving. So if you got disagreements, you know what I'm saying, just work it out, man.
Right. If we can get Dame to tell Jay to chop them dreads off, you know what I'm saying, that's an even bigger point for hip hop. You know what I mean? So
dude look like Droopy at that Warriors game.
Wow.
Bebo, what's your book of the week though? You know what I'm saying?
Book of the week, man. Speaking of Jay, we're gonna go with Jay-Z Made in America. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go with that one.
Theme going. Okay, I see with the Jay.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is a book that was written by Professor Michael Eric Dyson that basically provides his perspective of relating Jay-Z to some capacity to this country here in America, given Jay-Z's, music and experiences derived out of, select rhymes and select songs that he's performed or Jay's, done. So, and here's the thing that gets me too, with Professor Dyson, more often than not, he oftentimes uses like a ton of like multiple syllables to convey a specific point, right?
Yeah.
But you know, most folks that understand that and then peep this book out, even before you read it, you might be surprised to know that the book is relatively like a short read and small in size. So if you're a Jay-Z fan and you like to read and you don't want to, you know,
So
you want to get into
like
a whole lot.
You like to read.
Yeah, and you like to read, of course, you know, and then whatever. Just like
HipHop BCR said he got it, but he ain't ready yet.
Like,
oh,
you a Jay-Z fan and you can read. Get this.
So this for Los then. Los needs to cop this book. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Man,
Okay.
I didn't know you was rocking with Eric.
Yeah, I thought you was
like
Team
that.
Nas, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I am Team Nas. No, don't get it twisted.
With Michael Eric Dyson, I didn't know you was rocking with him like
that. No.
I didn't think his kufi was too straight for you.
Man, his kufi's been crooked.
Hey man, shout out to Dyson,
Michael.
man. He came to my hometown, man. Show some love, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Shout out to Hip Hop VCR too.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Hip Hop VCR, Michael Eric
In the
Dyson.
building,
Yeah.
But you know what? You know, this is the thing. We give credit where it's due. That's why I wanted to, you know, present this one by Jay-Z, which I'm a Nas guy, but you know what I'm saying? I want to, give credit where it's due. I like Jay-Z too, but not as much as Nas, but you know what I'm saying? Check this one out because you might learn,
Facts, hip-hop. Get that joint on Audible.
Man, Audible, heck yeah. Or
if you can't see, they got the book in Braille for you.
The book
get a Stevie Wonder joint on.
There you go.
Get that Weavy.
Hey, might even be on YouTube somewhere. You're the worst cat.
Hey man, facts, man. Hey man, great book by the man. Shout out to Jay, man.
Absolutely,
great book. And also bringing his daughter to the Warriors game. That was dope.
That was dope.
That.
Man, she got tall, man, and
she did. And she looked like her mama too all day.
Man, spitting image,
like her mom.
Yeah, shout out to Blue Ivy though. You know what I mean?
Man, spitting.
She got the good genes. She got the good genes in that family.
She did. She got that Houston love.
Word.
Trill, what you got for the bars of the week, man?
Man, I got to roll with my boy Young Z. If you a fan of Dirty Jers, you know what I'm saying. If you rocking with Dirty Jers, the Outsiders.
Yeah.
Yo, like when we talk about dudes who just was on that just stanking bars, you know what I'm saying? Like just dart throwers. Him, Dirty.
Yeah.
Like that ilk. Now you got cats like Danny Brown now who kind of, you know what I'm saying, follow that same path of like the Young Z's of the world. But man, Young Z been getting busy. Pause for a long time, man. A long time, man. Shout out to the Outsiders. He started their group. He was one of the founding fathers.
Yeah,
I should say.
Rod Digger and Pace.
Rod Digger.
Let's go. Okay,
Pace
this is why you come fresh out right here.
You know, we used to rock with them back in the days, man. But Young Z, man, was one of my favorite rappers back then, man. Just the swag that he had. Like I said, he was the New Jersey version of Old Dirty Bastard, man. If you a fan of Dirt,
man,
you gon' love Young Z, man.
The Scumbag joint's nice too.
The Scumbag album is it's a problem. And the fact that again, this cat 51 still dropping dart bars, still being a dart thrower. It don't matter how old you are, man. You can still pick up the mic. You can still get busy.
Man.
Shout out to Young Z. Shout out to Jers. We love you. We rocking with you. Keep doing your thing. Do not put that mic down. There's no
don't do that.
I don't want to hear nobody say I'm retiring. Ain't no retiring, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to drop an EP, even if you got to drop 3 joints. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to retire. KRS-One's still doing it. You know what I'm saying?
And I think this goes towards what this whole show, man, which is, dudes like Young Z, man. The young cats need to start reaching out to some of these dudes, man, and kind of get some game. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be talking about some young guys, man, but I think this is perfect, J Camp, for this episode.
All day. And it's funny because I think the first time that they were like seen like that was on Fuji's The Score, that joint called Cowboys.
They was the Cowboys.
This is why you come to fresh out.
They was real close with them.
Man, they were.
Fugees, man.
That's when I first saw them. I'm like, man. In fact, it's so funny. Let me say this real quick because it's funny you brought this cat up. That was one of the only albums that I could not find at all. But I knew that they had one called, what was it? Toxic something. It was a Toxic Waste, I think.
Toxic Waste, yep.
Yeah. Could not find that for nothing. Even going into what's that joint where you could order albums on the little machine back then? That record store. Sheesh.
Not the one where you can buy like 10 albums at one time.
No.
No.
Come in the mail joint.
Yeah, right. you used to get it from the mail and used to be able to get concert tickets there.
Man, I can't think of the name of the joint.
You don't see a
now.
lot of those record stores now, and it's funny because the name escapes me, but yeah,
they're not out there no more. Man.
I mean, but you're right, J Camp. I mean, Young Z and the Outsiders, man. Heck, that was they were the. I mean, that was Rod
Columbia House joint.
Nah, it was sheesh.
What was that, Iceberg? I didn't hear that.
Was it that Columbia House Deals or something like that?
That's what it was. Columbia House.
Yeah,
That's
it was Columbia House, man.
That was.
You know what I'm saying? You could cop a little CD club. It was like a music club joint.
Man, because in college, I would order it like for $5.99.
Yeah, it was like you buy one CD, you get 3 free, and then you get 75% off. There's probably some other ones out there, but
that's when I was in my
Columbia
hip-hop VCR bag. That's when I was in my hip-hop VCR bag, and I was getting like 30 albums at one time. You know what I'm saying? Was able to listen to everything.
Fact.
Had an archive. Man, Columbia House gave me the archive. I mean, they blessed me with the albums. But shout out to Young Z,
this is a perfect joint, man. Young Z, man. Shout out to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check out that Scumbag album, man. This is like, again,
it's only like it's like about 2 weeks old too. I mean, it's fresh. It's fresh off the press. It's like 2 weeks old. So,
and I want to say he got some vinyl too. So
yeah, got the vinyl too. I mean, you know, he's an old school cat. He's gonna keep it vinyl.
Man,
if you a DJ, he's got you together. So
nice. Definitely got to check that out. So much Scumbag.
Well, speaking of somebody who's dope, man, we got to kind of flip the script a little bit and go to somebody who's not.
Wow, why are you finding a picture of him sweating with the greasy?
I gotta get that greasy boy. I had to get that.
He got the Henny
crumps.
Yeah, I had to get that Henny, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Sweating at the foul line like Pat Ewing.
Sweating at the foul line like Pat Ewing.
Got the nori.
Yeah, man. Oh, okay, yeah. Columbia House, man. Hey, man, shout out to Cool Ass Marco.
Yeah, Columbia House had them, but it was
cool. Okay, they had the album for the Penny joint. Yeah.
I was copping like 40 albums at one time, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, that was serious for the collection too.
Yeah,
serious. But we gotta talk about J Camp's favorite producer, man, and rapper, man, Diddy, Sus Diddy. He's actually being rewarded with a BET award this month at the BET Award, the 2022 BET Awards. He's getting a Lifetime Achievement Award, but I got to push back a little bit, man. What has he done to be rewarded for? Because if we go back to his music, yes, he made great music, but all the people that were involved are either broke, dead, or just struggle bus right now, man. Like, does he deserve a Lifetime Achievement Award? You don't even give your artist they publish him back. Your son owns a publisher.
I'm gonna say, regardless of our personal thoughts about this matter, I mean, like you indicated, Iceberg, Diddy is a legacy entertainer from his prime, and in the backing of his artists of then Bad Boy. Back in the 90s, with your, legends like Craig Mack, Mace, 112, Fade, and then the obvious. Go ahead, Iceberg.
Dead broke.
Yeah. And then the obvious Biggie Smalls. And but speaking of which, I mean, if Diddy, since Diddy's gonna get it, okay, it is what it is, and I guess I'm all right with that in general. But however, though, if Diddy's gonna be I don't endorse Diddy getting one before the Notorious B.I.G. You know what I'm saying? I don't. So, so it just is what it is. Sus Diddy, he's slated to receive an award. Okay, but then soon after, we need to start seeing some other legacy hip hop artists just really get their just due here soon. I saw what you said there, by the way, hip hop VCR. what you got to say about the matter, Iceberg? Oh, my bad, Trill.
Go ahead, Trill.
Nah, I was just gonna say I land somewhere in the middle between you, and hip hop VCR, because at the end of the day, he has his paws on hip hop. Like, he has a paw print.
He does.
On hip hop. Like we can't deny that. Like he's got, I mean, he's got his name etched on hip hop. Like we cannot whitewash that. Like we just can't, no matter how we feel about Diddy.
Right.
That's where I lean into the hip hop VCR side of things.
Mm-hmm.
However,
right.
However, there's a but in there with a dot.
Extra dots.
I agree with you, Bebo, to where, to me, the impact that Biggie had on hip hop should be rewarded before Sean Combs. And the fact we still got plenty of time to give Sean Combs a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? The fact that Tupac ain't got one yet.
Right.
Biggie ain't got one yet.
Right.
These are cats to me that have more skin in the game.
They do.
Than Diddy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like for what Biggie has brought to hip hop, his overall impact in his short span of being in hip hop was bigger than, to me, it was MJ-esque. When we talk about like how huge MJ is still,
right?
So let me put it this way: if you seen Biggie while he was living, to me, that's like looking at royalty. Just the same way I view MJ when I seen him the first time. I felt like I was, I don't want to say staring God in the face. I don't want to use those terms, but I felt like I was staring King in his face. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt about Biggie when he was living, when I was a huge fan of hip hop, when I was growing up in the game. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I get it. And I'm not saying that Diddy is undeserving. I'm not saying that at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel that if I'm on the award panel, I'm handing it to cats like Biggie and Tupac first, because I feel like they are hip hop. I feel like they have bred dudes in the game now. Like they laid a blueprint.
Right.
I mean, that's how I look at it.
No, all day. You know what, Jammer? You and I are essentially communicating the same message to me. Like, I'm not trying to say that he doesn't need to have one. I'm just saying, like, basically, it's both sides of the coin, which also I think intertwines with hip hop VCR. Which, by the way, brother, no, to my knowledge, Biggie nor Pac has one. I think Public Enemy does. I've heard Queen Latifah does, but I can't verify that.
I don't think Queen has one. I
can't verify that she does,
for sure.
I think Public Enemy does, and Run DMC does. So as far as hip hop artists,
but if Biggie and Tupac were living,
but they don't. But those two don't.
They still should have had one. Like,
they still absolutely.
But I can't say this though, that hip hop VCR kind of is like that old brother that you like, man, why you gotta be right all the time?
Facts.
He did say that. I go back to this though. He did say he's getting rewarded for the music, not the morals. So,
and I think that's what
of course I'm looking at morals, and of course if you look at music, yes. Like,
but I'm not even looking at the morals aspect of it. I'm looking
not
at
either.
the music aspect of it, because when I look at cats like Biggie and Pac, they are hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say that Diddy's not either, but I look at Diddy as an entertainer, not hip hop. You know,
right.
Like, Biggie and Pac embody the spirit of hip hop. I don't look at Diddy as that. I'm sorry, I don't. Diddy is a mogul. He is a phenomenal entertainer.
Right.
He, to me, like when I think of a rapper, when I think of hip hop, I don't put Diddy in that space, because Diddy was more of a business mogul.
But
he was an outside influence.
And you know, basically couple that with the fact that this is a Lifetime Achievement Award. So I mean, there's like more artists from like pretty much most other genre that's received this award than hip hop artists. I mean, you can count on less than 5 fingers how many hip hop artists received it. And there should be a ton of legacy artists, like I was saying earlier, that should definitely get this.
Think about cats like KRS-One.
Well, yeah, exactly my point. Individuals of that fray, but also to go along with that, you know, your KRS's, your Rakims, your Big Daddy Kane's, your MC Lights, and so forth. I mean, that list of legends can go on and on. But couple that with the fact that you've had artists, right? But I mean, let's go even outside of hip hop. You've had cats, you know, from the Motown fray and just outside of Motown,
that too.
Legends that died, legends that died broke or maybe got.
Can you say that Diddy like our Quincy Jones of hip hop?
I mean, nobody can compare to the Quincy. I don't think.
I mean, like when I think of lifetime
Diddy's crafted albums, man. You can't deny he's crafted albums.
I think that's what we're trying to say. Like we give him his just due. Yeah, we give him his credit on that.
But how many home runs though did Quincy Jones hit?
I mean,
like
more
Quincy
than you
Jones,
can count.
He was batting damn near 1,000 with them albums.
Yeah, he's
more than you can count.
More than you can count.
Yeah. But Diddy's had his success. He's had his successes.
That's why I wanted to be clear and say I take nothing away from Diddy.
Same here.
Take nothing away from Diddy. Diddy is still doing his thing. There's still to me. There's still time.
You know what? It's kind of like when we had the discussion about Meg Thee Stallion and is she a star? You know, we have to give her just due. You know what I'm saying? To say like, yeah, I mean, regardless of what side we are in, like what we think about her as an artist, you know, we got to give credit where it's due on that. So I think this is very similar. You know what I'm saying? Diddy has made significant accomplishments, particularly in his prime of, you know, Bad Boy and when they were doing their thing. So we can't take that away from him. He is sus Diddy. I
do agree with hip hop VCR's counter point to be too. Yeah. I agree with that. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah,
but like I said, Cool Ass is saying it right here though. We got to consider who's giving out the award, and this is some black excellence type stuff too. You know, this isn't hip hop.
I mean, we know what it is. I mean, this is that star that Khaled received not long ago type of situation.
That Ashanti with Walk of Fame joint.
Yeah, that Ashanti.
And I would say too, again, when we talk about the excellence, you know, the Smokey Robinsons of the world, the Babyfaces, I'm thinking about the guys who put in them grind hours with the craft, picking up the instrument too, picking up the mics.
And again, how many of those
that's what I think, at least in my mind, of when I'm thinking about lifetime achievement for your craft.
How many of those cats that actually received the award went broke from some shoddy situation or person too? We have to consider that as well. So
I mean, Kokomo had a great point about taking into consideration who's actually handing out their award, which was going to be bigger than my point anyway, because we know they have handed out awards to Lil Nas X. So to me, the credibility already for BET falls to the floor for me.
Facts.
Yeah.
If I had a boo-boo emoji, I'll throw it up on the screen right now. I mean, that's basically how I feel about that.
So long story short, you know, I guess I understand like hip hop VCR, Cool Ass, they swaying me a little bit, Paul.
They swaying me too, man. I mean, those are great counter arguments.
My initial reaction was,
I don't see him as counters though.
Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Because even Mace trying to get his
publishing back.
Trying to get his publishing back. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing. If Diddy would have took the time to right some of his wrongs, and then come out and do some of the rollouts that he's trying to do with a new label and this new song talking about getting with a 20-year-old chick and all that. Yeah. But I do understand, man, the dude has a legacy.
The work he's put in.
I'm also understanding who's giving it out to. So I get it.
But he's got a stamp in the game, man.
He does.
When you stamp the people, you know what I'm saying, in entertainment lore, hip hop lore, Diddy stamp is going to be on there.
And
so,
I don't see I don't see those, you know, comments that were made by Kokomo down there, aka Cool Ass, and Hip Hop VCR's counters. I really see them as contributions to a very synonymous point that I think that we're all mentioning. You know what I'm saying? I think we're somewhat in harmony. We're just, you know, adding elements to the recipe, whatever. So I mean, I think that pretty much most all of us are in agreement, or maybe all of us are in agreement about the fact that, like Jay Camp said, you know, regardless of, again, like I was saying too, regardless of what we think,
I was way over here. I was way left, dude, and then now I'm in the middle. Like,
you can't whitewash what Diddy's done.
Yeah,
Diddy has.
Yeah,
he's got a footprint. He got a paw print.
He worked his ass off.
Yeah,
And
regardless of how you feel about him personally.
Stuff.
I'm taking personal
albums,
stuff out of
songs, classic artists.
I'm putting too much personal in it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at all the bull he's been doing, man.
He's still sus Diddy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But we can't erase what he's, what contribution.
When you look at his resume, his entertainment resume is long. You notice I'm still using entertainment on there. His entertainment resume is deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't deny it. You can't deny it.
Cool ass. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he is a part of this thing. Yeah.
Speaking of sus, though.
Oh, wow.
We got to talk about Pharrell's new single, man. We got to talk about Pharrell's new single. It's called Cash In, Cash Out with 21 Savage and the sus lore. You know what I'm saying? Travis, the creator. Did y'all hear the record, man? What y'all thinking on the record just off the rip, off the meat rack?
I heard it. I'm not feeling it, but I think I will push back on some of the stuff that he's lost his platinum touch, because I still feel like he blessed Pusha T.
He did. Well, but this thing, those are old beats, though.
Yeah, but he had it, though.
He did have it, but the whole thing now is, does he still have it, though? Has he lost that platinum touch?
I don't feel like a good producer can lose his touch, really. I think that's kind of hard to really do. No, but I feel what you're saying. I'm not saying that this proves your point, but I have more faith in like a dope producer that they can always find something. There's always we all motivated by something. And sometimes you just got to work with the right artist to bring that out in you. You know what I'm saying? We've seen that with multiple people. Now, to me, when you got, and this is no disrespect to 21 Savage at all, but you're not going to have heat when 21 Savage is rapping over that beat, though. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't see where that's going to bring out the best in Pharrell either. Like, Pharrell's like, man, I'm going to cook my hottest beat for 21 Savage.
Well, I don't know if this will be a counter.
Go ahead. Counter me, bro.
No, I don't know if it really serves as that. I do think that the Neptune beat, you're the worst. I think the Neptune's beat it's for the vibe of this track, it really ain't all that bad. And I feel like
it's not bad.
Savage. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was just gonna say it's not bad, but it's not.
It's a club banger, man.
It's not what I want to hear, really.
Right,
so
but I mean,
maybe
you
I'm
speaking
from more of a personal perspective.
But look at who you've got on the track, though. So that's why I say for the vibe of this track, it ain't bad. But
that's why I say like 21 Savage.
Well, and speaking of him, I feel like I gotta say, man, I feel like 21 Savage like just murked Tyler, the creator, on this
because
one to the point where
lane.
Yeah, it's his lane.
It is his lane.
That's not Tyler's lane.
It's not, and he owned the song, the entire song. Now, would I run up and bump this joint just because I just independently just want to go say, hey, I want to listen to the joint? Probably not. Just for being 21. Respectful.
21,
whatever.
21.
Nah, but hey, that 21 did his thing on there, and the beat ain't bad for what it is. Now, to your question about like basically has Pharrell / the Neptunes lost their luster as like top 5 producer or whatever? I mean, you got to understand, man, they've been in the game since 9-6 on the mainstream circuit. And they were
had that mustache, dog, in that Mystical video, dog.
Yeah, yep. And they were, I'm going to say that they were definitely a top 5, maybe even top 3, 1 to 3 producer on a mainstream level in the early 2000s. Yes, then. Yeah. But probably sometime after that Happy joint. Or maybe
maybe
that Happy, or who knows, maybe after then, maybe before, like heck, maybe even before that. But either way, for the last few years, nobody's running up to saying, hey, dang, I definitely got to have a Neptune's beat to make this sound like a smash. Now, let me say this real quick first. The Neptunes have been still grinding diligently and consistently. I'm just saying I don't want to make it seem like they haven't, but they used to be like the go-to production.
You can almost go to them and get a whole album, man, if you want to.
Well, now I never really could get into a whole Neptune's production album. I think I've told y'all that in so many words. No disrespect, but I mean, much respect, but they've been consistent and they've been doing their thing.
I gotta go with Touch on this joint, man. It was lazy.
That's kind of my point too.
I gotta go with
that's why I said I wouldn't really. That's why I brought up the old school stuff that he had on the Pusha T.
But Pusha T stuff was perfect for Pusha T.
It was perfect for Pusha T. But at the end of the day, when Pharrell's working with the Jay-Z's of the world, it don't sound like that. I mean, but when you work with cats like 21 Savage, to me, I'm just giving my personal opinion. How could you not be? I mean, he probably made that beat in 5 minutes, bro.
But when you hear his overall production, like for the most part, most all of his beats have some level of like common, maybe simplicity or whatever.
Now you saying remedial almost?
No, I mean not necessarily, but there's a simplicity to it. Nigga silly.
Remedial.
Nigga silly. You said that, not me.
Hey, is it because of Chad not being around?
Ooh,
possibly.
Is this Chad? Is this because Chad are bringing them Gibsons, the male Gibsons? That
stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
them hats.
I do agree with Kokomo Jones. They ain't hungry no more. They don't
and
have
all
to
it
work
takes
hard no more.
It takes the right artist to bring that out. But I mean, I agree as far as like, have they taken a step back? Yes. I mean, obviously, everybody gets fat and hungry.
Well, I think too, man. They've let enough or too much time pass to where, like artists aren't necessarily shooting for the top of the top, like famous producers. You know, these younger cats now, they cost too much, and they're like
no $2 million a beat.
Just like how they're viewing just like how most of these cats are viewing Jay-Z and most older cats, folks older than them. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of looking at it from the production standpoint too. They don't have to have the most famed beat makers. They'll get their guy from around the way and still rack up millions of views on YouTube or wherever. You know what I'm saying? They'll get those streams still, and it's not because I can tell, man, that's a smash because they got such and such on the beat. That's not really like the deal no more.
That's a great point. I mean, it's so many producers.
Back then, it used to be. Back like 15, 20 years ago, it did.
You had to have like a Tim.
Yeah,
you know
Timbaland.
One of your joints had to be Tim. One of your joints had to be Swizz.
Yeah, yep.
You know what I'm saying? Back then.
Just Blaze.
Blaze.
Yeah, I mean, those type of cats. Yeah.
Primo. Everybody had a Primo track. At least
you had to have a Primo to intro. Yep. You had to have a Timbo joint. You had to have just a weirdo, like a vibe thing. From from Neptunes, but you had to have something from like Large Professor, some kind of hip hop joint, from one of those guys, man. But but like I said again, that Chad man is just different, doc. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. But again, cats
ain't Touch blazing though.
Touch has been shout out to Touch. He's been blazing, boys.
Hey, thanks for confirming what I'm saying.
I agree with that though. I don't deny that at all. I mean, it definitely sounds lazy. It definitely sounds like something, like I said, my first beat, play school.
But again, like Touch is saying, most of their beats have always sounded like that. Their beats have usually, like for the most part, I'm not saying that they've sounded whack, but
it's always
Chad would put some pianos on that joint itself.
But it's always been the MC though who's blessed it and made us think in our head like that's kind of fire. Like even with like they drop it like it's hot. That was a very simple beat.
There you go. Yes,
but Snoop killed it.
Cool as
that was one of the hottest, man.
Because it's a Snoop
that one that drop it like
swag on there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you
can have that my first beat,
right?
But if you got the Snoop on there, you got Hove on there who can bless you.
Yeah.
Now I will say Pharrell do be kind of jumping in the hook sometimes, and you know what I'm saying, he'll dress it up a little bit too. But you can tell there's not a lot of post production with Neptunes at all, because even grinding was just
but he was using so many the snares were different, the drums
the snares was different,
but
but that was Chad, that was all Chad though.
Tis what it is though.
Yeah, man. Like I said, we'll see what's going on. I think he's gonna drop something else, so we'll see what's going on though. It's not that bad for a first little single. You know what I'm saying? The Lemonade joint that they had was dope too. You know, it was cool.
Peace,
the Rihanna
peace
joint
to
on there.
Pharrell
So
and peace to Pharrell Williams. You know
shout out to Virginia though, you know, all day. You know,
VA in the building. Yeah. Shout out to y'all.
But again, man, we're gonna get into the meat of the show. Pause. And we need touch to blaze this situation, man. You know what I'm saying? We need y'all to go in hip hop VCR. We gotta talk about this freshman 2022 class, man.
I'ma lean on y'all for this one.
Yeah, so
man.
This is the thing, man. Like, and I keep my ear to the streets, man. The only cat that
get
I
off
knew
my line segment
was BabyTron from Detroit. Shout out to Detroit, man. Big 30, I know him because of dude that got arrested.
Stop.
Oh, dude, I forgot.
I know you talking about.
But then I seen Saucy Santana. Pause.
Yeah.
The Nardo is the only dude that I know that's moving units. You know what I'm saying? Wick. But the other cats, man, it's looking kind of saucy, man. What was y'all thoughts just on the list? Even if you don't know the cats, what was y'all thoughts on the list, man?
And, look, man.
Well,
go ahead. Go ahead, J Camp. Go ahead.
Nah, I was gonna say that there's a couple of cats on there I've heard before, like KenTheMan, Saucy Santana, SoFaygo, Tron, Babyface Ray.
Oh, like you heard of several, brother.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't know Babyface Ray.
But just because I heard of them don't mean I'm jamming it.
Yeah.
Like I want to make that clear. I can hear of you. You know what I'm saying? I can hear it in passing. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say that I'm rocking with any of these cats though. But all I can do is salute them. They made the cover of the magazine. There's been a lot of great artists that's made this magazine cover. So I'm not here to hate. This is not a get off my line. Well, it's kind of get off my line, but I'm not about to be a
little bit get off my actual turf.
Yeah, I'm not about to have the New Balances on with the grass stains.
Them Mall Walker 9s.
Yeah, I ain't got them on right now. But again, but shout out to these folks who actually made this list, man.
J Camp though, as far as star power, is this the worst year ever?
I knew you was gonna ask this.
Come on, J Camp.
In my opinion, yes. This is not a star driven.
And what Cool is saying, Simba should have been on that joint, man.
He should have been. Now, if Simba was on there, I'll be like, okay, now we got
they got one spitter on that joint. Okay.
Yeah, somebody who can make the league. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who can make a roster. This is a G League roster, is what this is.
Oh my God.
All these folks on here is G League. You know what I'm saying? This is like what's a G League Unite?
The Unite team. We're going overseas, man. We going Lithuania to play 10 games.
Man.
Exactly. Yeah, this ain't getting it done. That's why I say I'm gonna lean on y'all. I'm gonna lean on Hip Hop VCR, Kokomo 182, whoever can just tell me what y'all think of these cats, because I think it's the worst list we've had.
It's the worst.
It's the worst.
But this is the thing though. It's almost a lazy list, man. And of course, we talk about, even though XXL has lost the credibility for in my opinion, we still talk about it every year. But this is the worst year, in my opinion. But the whole thing is lazy because, like I said, there's Simba, there's guys that you've been talking about on this platform, J Camp, of dudes that still do hip hop. So my question to you, BBOP, is this the mainstream hip hop and urban music platforms basically saying F hip hop? We going with the stripper turn rapper and the street corner boy turn trap rapper.
Yes, it is. And I can say that. Here's the thing. I'm not speculating when I say that answer. I actually took time out to actually hear.
You got data, bro? You got some tangible
I ain't got data per se. I just went ahead and suffered for those of y'all who didn't even hear of these guys. And I'm sorry, but I ain't sorry. J Camp Iceberg is absolutely right. This is the worst lineup for a freshman class. Yeah, I heard I took time out to at least hear at least 2, maybe 3 of their at least singles or videos. from each artist. And I've got to say, I'm not saying this as a get off my line dude or whatever, because there was a couple few dope, beats or whatever.
Absolutely.
But it
Kokomo, this is the shit we got now.
This is what we got there. I mean, everybody sounds the same. Every single person. The only person who, the same too. The production sounds the same. The females and what they're trying to be on the same stuff, on the Nicki Minaj type of sound, and disposition with the
everything
twerk team. The the Nigs on there. They same deal with their sound of music and their approach. Is just all the same, and it's not good. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Bebo.
But we ain't sorry.
Nah,
and the thing is, I do feel like this is that moment to close in on Iceberg situation that he had asked me about the industry. Yeah, I feel like this is that situation like of saying, okay, this is where we can help close in on another level to like completely wipe out diversity of hip hop and just say I have no hip hop on all and just have what we have here and let these cats rap off beat, rap, with just sounding like
the shocker joint.
They sound like B grade artists of your Nicki Minaj's and your Travis Scott's and so forth that are out now, and just take that for what you will.
No,
and
I mean, obviously, Touch, they don't give a damn about their credibility.
They don't care.
Put this out here.
They don't.
I mean, and maybe they have a younger audience now who's actually copying digital copies of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know how they marketing this information now, but
man,
this ain't.
Go ahead.
It makes me feel like you said, Bebo, none of these people who put together this list listened to 20 seconds worth of any of these artists. They say, let me find who's selling most right now and throw them.
I think you're spot on, J. Kim. I think they're talking about selling the most and who's streaming the most.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I've heard Crazy Crazies and the Who Want Smoke by Nardo Wicks. I've heard the Knock Knocks and Off the Maps by SoFaygo and Cali Do a B Word and the Rap Freaks Freestyle. I mean, we're not just talking just to be talking on some hater stuff. We've heard the songs.
Well, we are kind
of, and they're not that good. No,
but it's all right.
No, this is like
if we talking about real rap.
This is critique.
I think Bebo P said it. These dudes aren't even really original. They're carbon copies of Nicki Minaj and
what I mean by hate
and those kind of cats.
And what I mean by hate is this is like
this is constructive
it's nowhere in the stratosphere. But to me, I can't even constructively criticize this.
I can't.
Because like if you can't rap on beat, if you can't be on the BPM.
Some of them didn't do it, brother.
Nah,
I'm telling you.
Because we only had like a couple of Silk the Shockers back in the day. It was
right,
like a couple of them guys.
But he brought some type of gravitas when he did it, though.
Facts.
Silk the Shocker.
And don't get me wrong, I get it, man. Some of the West Coast rapping now is a little offbeat. It's a little cat. It's a little swag. I get it, man. But I was looking at
but even when you rap over like boom bap, that ain't got no quantitize. You know what
boom
I'm saying?
Bap does have quantization. Yeah, I think it has quantization.
Well, this thing, I was looking at Detroit BabyTron. BabyTron was even like offbeat and like it wasn't even cold. You couldn't even listen to it.
Well, I mean, there's still a flair that most other cats can bring, from like the West Coast or like your Silk the Shocker type cats that made us want to listen to them. Shout out to Touch. Some unsuspecting
Silk did not make me want to listen to him, bro. Like I have to go ahead and throw that qualifier.
Now you know what? I will say this though. I wasn't that big of a Silk the Shocker fan, but compared to what we have now, I'll take Silk. But compared to this,
I'll listen to his whole album.
This here, yeah.
Now I kind of agree with that.
Compared to that group,
I agree with that.
Shit.
Yeah, man, that's tough. And we talking about bottom. So if we're saying, if Silk is the bottom of our gen,
hypothetically speaking,
and we wouldn't even put this gen in the same
box Silk.
as Silk,
no,
that's bad, bro. Like,
that's very bad. I'm telling you,
that's bad.
I've heard at least two.
I think half of this goes to what Touch was saying.
No, I agree with you. I don't disagree at all.
I think what it goes back to is what Touch was saying, which was, hey, let's big up these people. we have an interest in them financially. We getting a part of their 360, their deals, their t-shirts, their this. They're just trying to build up stars, almost like Megan Thee Stallion. She has some talent, but most of her promotion is just bigging them up so she can sell products.
Right. And
at least she's on the beat though.
Man, yeah, at least she's on the beat. And I was just saying that as far as a few cats on this situation. And yeah, there was a time where Capadonna did slip after, especially after kind of about that first
cool ass cut tonight.
Bro,
Kappa did slip.
I was not expecting Cap, especially when I gave that man my flowers Bro, Kokomo just shit on my flowers.
Yeah.
I gave Cap my flowers last. Then he threw that out there. He couldn't even catch.
Kappa did get
Mamacita.
He said he couldn't even catch the beat. Like if Peyton Manning was throwing a beat at him, he couldn't catch it.
This was mostly after his first album, I would say, after that Pillage. But I mean, not even
Tom Brady throw the beat. Throw a beat at Capadonna.
Look,
he can't
man,
catch it.
These cats ain't even close to Capadonna. Even with
that. Nah, shout out to Cap.
Even with that, shout out to Cap.
Still got my flowers.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still got my flowers.
Who was some of the cats that you think, man, should have been maybe on that cover? Like I agree 100% Simba. You know what I'm saying? Simba, he's even been on like Jimmy Kimmel. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
I feel like that just goes to show the agenda that you were basically asking about in terms of in terms of the machine / the industry and what they're trying to push. You know what I'm saying? For them to not to have a Simba on there or maybe a couple other cats or whatever that really should have been on the list, it just goes to show what their real agenda is. But what was your question again, brother?
He said,
who's some of the guys that you think maybe should be on there? You know what I'm saying? Remember I told y'all about Blast last year, man.
Yeah,
or 2 years ago, and Blast finally got him last year. He's the only one.
He deserved it.
Still doing something, man.
I'm gonna say this, man, and shout out to Jay Camp for this one. I gotta go with Red Veil,
man.
I gotta go with Red Veil. Man. I gotta go with Red Veil.
It'd have been the one I would have said too.
And if I had,
why you coming fresh out?
If I could throw, and I know he technically probably wouldn't count because maybe I don't know, he came out last year or whenever.
But he ain't been on no cover, so he's a freshman.
Right.
Now, but one person I personally would throw on there, if it was my choice in addition to Red Veil, would be Corday.
Absolutely.
If I said that, yeah. But I don't know what was it last year when he started.
Corday was on it last year.
Yeah, I think Corday was on it either last year or year before last.
Okay,
but I know Corday's been on there before, but Corday would blast into these people.
Yeah,
in his sleep.
With that said, then I would just. I mean, my only choice would be Red Veil that I could think of. Maybe Simba. My bad. Yeah. Simba.
Red Veil and Simba would crush. I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be close, man. Like it's not even fair. Like I wouldn't even want to put Red Veil and Simba in the same room. You know what I'm saying? It's default.
And here's the thing: we're not just saying that
2019, by the way.
Okay, 2000. So 3 years ago.
Mm.
Okay. Well, and we're not saying this because we're again, it's not like we're the old men, talking about get off my lawn. We only want to hear the boom bap stuff only. It's not even about that. It's about like whatever whether it's hip hop, whether it's R&B.
Real talk, Touch. Master Ace did have that. I never thought about that. Like it never like kind of computed.
No. There were cats in the game that definitely, Silk the Shakas, Master Capadonna, Master Ace.
But I can't put Master.
But you can't play any of these cats. Any of these cats nowhere close to this freshman list of 2022. Nowhere close.
Well, and I think again goes back into this.
Not even prize. Sorry, J Camp.
Not that prize though.
No, prize was definitely a non-quantized rapper.
I can at least say that some of these dudes, man, have their own
niggas,
swag. You know what I'm saying?
They did.
These dudes have their own swag. These cats on the list are carbon copies of somebody else.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
So I can't really mess with them, man, too much.
They Barbie dolls, basically, is what they are.
Yeah.
No private parts, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, man, and y'all get a great
fear. Shout out
and this is what I'm saying, man. They had to be lazy with this list, man, because we can go on for days about new cats, man, that could be out there, man, heavy.
Now, I personally don't think it was so much just laziness. I think it's just okay. Let's take things up or down, rather, a notch even more so, and just again filter out the cats that might be on somewhat of a level and just make it just flood the zone, basically.
It do seem lazy to me.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, this thing. Where's your Houston cat at? Where's your your Houston dude, man? Where's somebody from Atlanta that's doing something different, like an Outcast? Where's a group that you guys? They only dealing with individuals, which shows you that it's almost kind of like strategic as far as like, oh, we're gonna do a freshman 500, a freshman 2022 list, man, and we're gonna take them out on tour because it's easy to do individuals.
Yeah.
So it's not even a group on it.
Yep.
So,
I mean, hey, shout out to those cats though, at least for putting themselves out there in the fashion that at least they know we're not trying to dish y'all as individuals. We're just saying, hey, we're just critiquing your work, and we're just
and everybody like what J Cam said. Everybody can get in the lab and get better, man. So
that's right.
Speaking about getting better, man, we gotta talk about Rolling Stone, man. Real talk. These cats basically came out with I don't know why everybody wants to talk about hip hop, man, but I guess it's just popping right now. But
they
had a 200 greatest hip hop album of all time, and these dudes ranked Cardi B's album before Nas's album.
Stop. That's when we had to be done. That's when we had to be done with it. Like.
It's just it blows my mind, man, how horrible this list was. Don't get me wrong, it had some joints on there, but whoever put it together was out of touch as far as the order was concerned. You know what I'm saying? This was horrible, man. Did you guys even see the list? And if so, what was your thoughts on the order or some of the stuff that was on there?
Well, go
and also them saying that basically on this list, the number one album was Biggie's joint. The Ready to Die joint.
Here's what I mean. When it comes to a list of 200 albums, that's way too difficult, way too hard, and way too difficult of a list unless you're Nightmare. Unless you're Nightmare, shout out to Nightmare. That's way too long of a list to really just dissect in its proper fashion, unless you just have an enormous amount of time. But I'm not going to speak on the ranking system per se of where each album was exactly placed, though I do agree with what y'all were saying about the Cardi B and the what was the other one, Nicki?
Cardi B was 16 and they had Nas's Illmatic at 24.
See, that's what I'm talking now. Stuff like that is way off base. Way off base. So what I got from that type of stuff is, hey, let's try to cater to all demographics within rap and hip hop and just put it in this hodgepodge of a list of 200, because you saw even Capone Noriega's The War Report, but then you would see a Barter 6 or something like that, or whatever that was called. You know what I'm saying? And so it just seems like a hodgepodge to try to cater to the golden era cats.
It was on there
to try to carry.
VCR.
They ranked the Dark Twisted Fantasy as number 6 on the list, which they saw.
Number 6.
They had it up very, very, very high, but they had that before. Like I said, DMX's A Hell Is Hot, and they had it before Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt.
Minimal.
They had Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt as 25 to 26.
Wow.
See, and this is just a part of that agenda type stuff, man. I'm not trying to get tinfoil koofy, but I'm just saying, when you see rankings like what you guys are talking about,
it makes no sense, bro.
It just makes no sense whatsoever. And then there's people that's not even on this list that very well should take the place of folks that are actually on this 200 Rolling Stone ranking.
It's ridiculous.
So they had Drake's Take Care at 11.
No.
And Dr. Dre's 2001 at 13.
No.
So you had Drake's Take Care.
Come on, man.
Before Dr. Dre, Kanye West, Little Kim's Hardcore.
Come on, bro.
UGK's Riding Dirty.
Come on,
was 23.
It loses 100% of credibility when you start having Cardi and Drake.
And y'all want to say, and some of y'all out there want to say that there's no agenda going on.
Y'all got
from
Cardi
the last topic
B
in this
before
one.
Aquemini, bro.
And that's not a knock on Cardi and Drake.
No, it's just
being honest. It's just
this
being
is what
real
we've been
about
talking about, and with what you just said, Jacant, that's been the whole situation about this whole show. It's not like hating on anybody. It's just it's just a misplacement of
we just trying to
actual
clear
albums
up
and
the
character.
misconception. We trying to clear up the misconception.
Yeah,
there's a lot of buffoonery, you know what I'm saying, going on, and we gotta cut through that cloud. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta pour some water on that shit.
Facts.
Go ahead, brother.
And I want to go through some of these with y'all, man, just so we can talk about the buffoonery, man. Real talk, man. Let's talk about the buffoonery real quick. So they had Biggie Ready to Die, number 1. Outkast Stankonia 2, Blueprint.
And I don't even think that's not even Outkast best album.
No, it's not. Exactly. In fact, I think it's I feel like it's the lower one.
Don't get me wrong.
But I don't think it was actually probably one of the lowest, if not the absolute lowest.
Was a problem.
It sounds like they just took a whole bunch of albums that basically did numbers and they just threw them out on the floor and then they just picked them up and they just put numbers on them. Like having the Wu 36 Chambers at 8. I can understand that. Missy is 7 before the
Miseducation.
No.
And before the Miseducation, nah,
man,
bro.
come on.
You got Cardi B at 16. Like this is my thing.
Wow.
Can Cardi B's album even be in the top 50? As we talking about hip hop and rap?
No.
Let's stop the cap, man.
Jesus definitely shouldn't be.
Clip shouldn't be up there either at 12.
No.
Sorry.
And don't get me wrong, it was a dope album, but it's not. It's too high.
Yeezus? No.
It's not even close to Kanye's best album.
Future?
Criminal here. The Pink Friday.
Chief Keef, bro. Stop.
Chief Keef at 32. Get your ass out of here.
So,
right below De La Soul.
Yeah. So you got Good Kid, Mad City at 38, but you got Chief Keef before.
Late registration should have been well above Yeezus.
It should have been.
I mean, like I said, the
Chronic at 40.
So
right,
come on,
but no, there ain't nothing going on there. There ain't no agenda going on there.
Again, like
stop with that one.
This is why you come to Fresh Out. This is why the platform. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get in the game, man. On that one. On that one. Hip hop VCR. Hold up. I want to say. Let me double check.
Peace to y'all out there for engaging in these conversations like usual. Yeah. Y'all are really providing enriching comments and statements in the chat. So shout out to y'all out there for rocking with us. Just want to let y'all know to hit that subscribe and thumbs up if y'all haven't. And yeah, let's keep this conversation moving. So
the college dropout didn't even make it.
That's come on, man. But they had Yeezus up there.
The only Yeezy albums to make it was Yeezus, Late Registration, and the Dark Twisted Fantasy.
They didn't even have the first.
They didn't have the college dropout on it.
Well, I mean, there you have it, folks. There you have it. There you have it.
So again, this is why platforms like this are serious. According to hip hop. There's a lot of dope places on here you can go to check out some real hip hop, man. But this ain't one of Rolling Stone, man. They need to stop talking about hip hop, period, man. Real talk. I'm gonna tag them in this post too.
And this is disrespectful to the artists that didn't even make this 200 list too.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Those who didn't go gold and platinum, but still had like rocking, like roll through albums that should have.
Now this thing hip hop VCR should. Don't get me wrong. Cardi had a dope album, no doubt, for not being a rapper. But should it be in the top? Should it be in the top 50?
No.
Wasn't she like 6?
She was 16.
Okay. You think she should have made the top 50 Iceberg?
No. Come on.
Okay,
I can understand as far as like impact in women's rap and female albums and all that.
So you said she makes the women's top 50 then?
Make women's top 50, yes. All-time greatest hip-hop albums in your 16? No. So the thing, College Dropout didn't make it, but Cardi B 16. So College Dropout didn't make even the top 200. Yeah. That made sense. So Bro,
dang, don't even make the top 300. Dang, hip hop VCR with the barbs thrown, with them darts out there on the target board.
Hey, real talk. I can say, in my opinion, a Nicki album can go before Cardi. In my opinion, just on the female tip.
I feel
let's be clear, man. As far as like influence, in my opinion, man, there would be no. In my opinion, there would be no Cardi B without no Nicki, man. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just my opinion, man.
I feel that way too. So,
long story short, man, didn't want to spend too much time on this, man, but it's just some buffoonery, man.
Rolling Stone, go back to the drawing board and get folks that understand the essence of what this game or what hip hop and rap is about, and then grit your teeth, because y'all were foul for a lot of these selections on the rankings that y'all had. Foul. But then again, this is Rolling Stone we're talking about. They have a history of being disrespectful to the legacy of some artists. So this isn't the first time that they've been on this pool.
Facts. No, I agree hip hop VCR, man. Like we can go back to African Bambaataa as far as influential, you know what I'm saying? If that's where you go. But I also understand that you have millennials making some of these lists that are actually running some of these websites. So I also understand they weren't even around in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean,
I heard about Reasonable Doubt. You know what I'm saying?
I get that too.
Well,
I
understand that, and they can kick rocks too. They can kick rocks. I agree.
Yeah, they kick heli rocks, man.
I completely agree with that.
Or stones.
They stoned immaculate. Shout out to Spitter.
What's our flyers for the week, man? Before we get up out of here, man.
Man, I'm gonna go with my boy Keith Edward Elam, aka Guru. From Roxbury.
Okay.
Boston, Mass, man.
Yeah.
One half of Guru. I'm sorry, one half of Gangstar.
Gangstar, yeah.
Guru was one of my favorite as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For a long time, man. We talking about legends. He's part of a legendary group, legendary MC.
Yes.
Another phenomenal freestyler too. All Guru needs is some snares and one little small drum.
Yep.
Hey,
peace to Primo for
he's gonna kill, man. Peace to Primo for lacing them, man.
And peace to Guru, obviously. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I mean, rest in heaven. You know what I'm saying? Rest in power. All that, man. Like, what can you say, man? I mean, Guru was just that dude, man. I mean,
he was. Go ahead, brother.
To me, one of the most underrated too. Like when we actually start to stack rank rappers, I think Guru gets lost in the shuffle a lot. Not only because he's not here, but because people forget how influential he was back then.
Exactly.
A lot of our favorite rappers talk about how Guru influenced them and their style. I mean, even cats like Bun B was like, look, when I was coming up down in Texas, I was listening to Guru. I was listening to Gangstar.
Right.
That's who I was jamming.
Facts.
I mean, he was
the Guru.
Yeah, salute to him. Salute to Primo, man. Salute to the whole Gangstar militia. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to shout out to his family.
Sadat. Shout out to all them cats, man.
He was the monotone king.
Monotone king. Monotone king.
Great selection there, bro. Great selection, man.
What you got, B-Bo?
I'm gonna go ahead and take this one near or not too far from LB the Podfather and head on over to man. No, I'm not there, but now I'm gonna take
Flint?
this one. Yep. I'm going to Flint. Do you know my selection though? Since you said Flint,
maybe I'm gonna let you give it though. This is your selection.
No.
Your flower.
Who's the guest?
I ain't giving your flowers away.
There's not too many cats in Flint, so who'd you have in mind, or did you have anybody from there?
I do. Go ahead and come with it, B-Bo.
Okay, well,
come with
the cat from Flint that I'm going to mention is MC Breed today.
I was.
That's hey, Touch already had it though. Touch had it.
Touch had it. Oh, peace to Touch. Touch is on it.
That's the only cat I could. Man, I thought you was gonna come on one out the blue. That's
MC Breed still nice too, man.
But MC Breed is the only dude. That when I think of Flint, I think of MC Breed
all day.
He's the only one.
And you already know
I'm glad Touch said it though. I was thinking it was like, man, he might be coming out with somebody like who might have been born in Flint but wasn't raised in Flint.
Oh,
there you go.
I thought you was gonna come with a qualifier.
Nah. Didn't have no qualifier.
you hit us with that Too Short when Too Short was born in
exactly.
L.A. But he's raised in Oakland.
Exactly.
Hey man, that y'all gonna hang that over my head for a long time.
Absolutely.
See. Okay. All right. I see. But no,
MC Bree's a dope move, man. I started listening to MC Bree because of Pac. So
and it's funny because they had that joint called "Gotta Get Mine." So
gotta get mine.
He rocked with Too Short. Yeah, he rocked with Too Short. The
his flow was
bootleg of the Dayton Family.
Richie Rich
too. Y'all know that joint. Ain't No Future in Your Frontin'. You know what I'm saying?
I had that cassette single, man. I don't want to age myself.
Oh man.
Dude, was that not like a house party? Yeah, it was a house party classic. Like any house party or barbecue that you went to. That ain't
his flow was different too, man.
It was different.
It was
different
because he did his thing with like I want to say maybe 8 studio albums or 9 studio albums and like maybe eight compilations.
About nine.
Yeah, 9 studio albums and like I want to say maybe 8 compilations roundabout there. Coupled with everything that we've said, I've heard this for a very long time that he was considered to be the very first hip hop rap artist to go mainstream out the Midwest. So rest in peace to not only Guru, but rest in peace to MC Breed as well, man. Because he did his thing, you know what I'm saying, with the cast that he rocked with, and he left a mark
too. All the way up to his death, man. He was doing joints with like Obi Trice.
He was
Slum Village.
Yep.
What's crazy too, man, a lot of people don't realize this, but he had a joint on that 8-Ball MJG.
Oh, he sure did. What was that joint?
On the Outside Looking In.
Was it?
What was the name of that joint? But I remember it too. That was that.
Make me go back and look, but I remember.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to cheat and look it up now. That's Seth Head, Funky Junkie. That's Seth Head, Funky Junkie, man.
Hey,
that's the joint that he had on there. I would never forget that. I was in 9th grade when that came out, man.
That's the second rest in peace Flowers cat, man. Iceberg. Is
just real quick, man.
Flowers cat alive? Is he or she alive?
Nah, well, like I said, real quick, man. I just want to take y'all, man, to Oakland real quick, man. And so
all right.
It's more about not just the artist, man, but the album. So my thing is always like something you can put on your playlist, man, and go. But my thing is that Operation Stackola, man, that Looney's joint, man, with Numbskull, man. You know what I'm saying? And Yuck Mouth. You know what I'm saying? That album, man, was just so crazy. I got 5 on it.
But not just that. That was a classic album.
That Pimp Players Hustlers song, man.
4.5
Richie Rich,
Players,
man.
Hustlers, Ballers. Shot callers, all of us.
That broke hoes. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the thing, man. If your girl ain't around, your wife ain't around, you in the whip, the kids ain't there. Put this Stackola in the whip.
That Stackola.
You know what I'm saying? It's just classic.
Operation Stackola.
It's that classic, just West Coast joint, man. That you love to hear, man. Dope lyrics, man. It was just classic, man. So again, shout out to the Loonies, man. Operation Stackola, man. Like we know how we do.
And that remix too.
Man, that remix.
And speaking of Sus Diddy, remember Sus Diddy did sample that with our Smelly on that Satisfied joint.
Oh man.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, they was rocking with Drew Down, Richie Rich,
Drew
Down,
baby.
Shock G too.
Yep.
They was. I mean,
he was on that Judge Judy.
Bay Area cats out, bruh.
Hey man,
Touch is going in.
Touch going in, man. Shout out to Touch tonight, man. Touch been going hard in the paint, man. Paul.
Peace to Touch.
He was on that Judge Judy though.
So much Judge Judy that.
That
Godzilla was
Yuck Mouth Godzilla,
You had to have that seat, Doc. You know what I'm saying?
You did.
And the double, what was the double disc joint? The Yuck Mouth.
Yuck Mouth.
Man, I can't think of the name of that.
I remember
like
he
purple.
did have one, didn't he?
It had like a purple cover. I can't think, but he had a bunch of features on there. A bunch of cats was on there.
The Appellation.
Yeah, Thugged Out Appellation. He had a bunch of features on there.
It was.
Yuck Mouth and like Corrupt kind of. I wish they would have done like a record together or something like that. Man,
they kind of was like almost the same swag.
Yeah, they did. They did. Again, man.
Yeah, man.
Great episode, man. Tonight, man. Every Wednesday 9:30, we're here. J Camp, Trill Cosby, man. Pull the pills out. Let's go, man. Summertime, man. Bebo P, man. You know how he goes, man. All day long, man. The bedroom bully, man. Bebo P. Watch the girl, man. And the LB the pop father holding it down, man. You know how we do. But we might hit y'all with a Saturday joint, man. Any shout out before we get up out of here, man?
Man, just everybody stay safe. I done had a couple people that caught that COVID, so. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure that y'all taking care of yourselves, take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? Dodge them gas prices the best. You know what I'm saying? The best.
Hey man, I was at $5.70 today, bro.
Yo, if you premium like me and Slim, I'm gonna pray for you. You know what I'm saying? Peace out to Touch 182. Peace to Kokomo. Peace to Hip Hop VCR.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Salute to all y'all brothers, man. Thank y'all for rocking.
All the brothers and sisters out there.
You know what I'm saying? Make sure your peoples hit that subscribe, that like button, hit that notification bell so you know when we on the mic.
That's right, baby.
Catch all that flavor, man. Pause.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, pause. Like, hey, man, you said it very well, brother. Shout out to you all out there who's listening, whoever's new to the platform. Welcome. Go ahead and support us if you don't mind. Definitely stay safe out there.
I don't mind.
Yeah,
don't mind. You mind if I stroke you, Paul?
I'm gonna go ahead and say it for the spirit of LB the Pop. Yeah.
Shout out to LB the Pod Father.
Shout out to LB the Pod Podfather. But hey, like J Camp says, stay safe out there. Shout out to the followers and newcomers, and shout out to the newcomers in the game. We could definitely rock with people that work hard to get, from where they're from to where they are looking to go or where they are, even if it leads to some level of fame or whatever, but not at the expense of sacrificing quality material. So our advice, I want to say, is for those of y'all who are like that, stop being afraid to just be genuine in doing something that doesn't look or sound like, do something different and be you. But not only be you, but be the best version of you that there is. Not just some, lackadaisical, hey, this person or even group says that they want to hear this from me, and even though it's less a significant amount lower than where my full potential is, I don't, be the best version of you that you can be, not some lesser than the aspect of what others want. So with that said, everything we're saying, from the positive to even some of the critiques that might sound lack thereof, it's much love, it's much respect. Hey, put God first. And with that said, we appreciate y'all for visiting us for a little over an hour. And with that being spoken, I'll go ahead and pass it off to the host, Iceberg the P. Go ahead and
everybody just find your pool, man. It's gonna be hot this weekend. Find your pool, man. Find somewhere to chill out at because it's gonna be hot. Please be safe, man, because it's gonna be extremely hot. Shout out to my guy, cool ass Marco, man, too, holding it down, man. We love you guys coming through, man. Again, shout out J Camp, LB the Podfather, Bebo P, the bedroom bully, man, on them ladies, man. Fresh out, man.
Oxtail champ,
the Oxtail champ, man. We out, y'all.
Yeah.
Peace.
Hold up. You're now listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network.